Dan, do you know who we are?
I do.
We are media fuckers! Woo! Men online.
Spoilers ahead for Dragon Ball Super Broly. Goku and Vegeta encounter Broly, a Sand Warrior unlike any fighter they faced before. I wanted to go over a couple of things before we start. Have you ever seen the original Broly movies?
It's been a long time.
So I watched the original one just to, get a refresher because it'd been a long time. At first, when they said they were going to make a new Broly movie, and it was a change of the character, it's like, I don't know if I'm really into that. But they definitely make him better in this new one.
I don't mind changing Broly because I didn't like Broly.
He just kind of like a rage monster in the first one. The other thing is we realize in this movie that all of the Dragon Ball Z movies that came out, I think there were like 20 of them, are not canon, at least for the most part, because during this movie, they talk about fusion and they say, oh, we've used the Potara earrings before, which they did when they fought Majin Buu, and they did it when they fought the green guy in Dragon Ball Super, Zamasu. Is that his name?
Yeah, because like the universe fight thing, they would have gone fusion form again to beat up Jiren instead of fighting him individually, I guess. I don't know.
So Vegito is canon when they use the earrings. But what is not canon is Gogeta, because his only other appearance to my memory is the Janemba movie. So any of these movies aren't canon. So basically, if you take them as not canon, then Broly has never existed to this point. The Dragon Ball Super movies are canon. The Dragon Ball Z movies are not.
Wait,
Whatever.
so Super Broly is canon.
Now he is.
So you're telling me that during the fight to save the universe, they didn't think to use the fusion technique again? Even though that would have made them just absolutely unstoppable?
This takes place after Dragon Ball Super Season 1. So after that Tournament of Power.
Okay, I thought it was before the Tournament of Power and after, the first movie.
So this one, they talk about how Vegeta's yelling at Goku, calling him a dumbass because he let Frieza out. But Goku's like, Frieza helped us win.
So, okay. Yeah, you're all right. Okay, that makes sense.
The entire second half of the movie, Goku and Vegeta meet Broly. I have this as my first note at 52:15. And the entire remainder of the movie is a gigantic fight between Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Frieza, and Broly also tries to attack Whis, and it fails miserably. Whis doesn't fight back, which I assume he probably could have just deleted Broly out of existence, but Broly can't hit him.
Wait a minute. If this is canon, they just rewrote Goku's entire origin story. In the Dragon Ball Z series, Goku was sent to take over the world, not escape from Frieza. Because remember that Raditz came and was like, hey, did you hit your head and forget to destroy the world, Kakarot? And he's like, what? Yep. You were sent here to take over the world. But in the movie, they didn't file Kakarot on location Yarth. They because it has an E in it. I mean, because it has an A in it. But you wouldn't have him in the files because he was sent there secretly to hide from Frieza. If you went there to
100%.
Frieza, how did Vegeta even know? How did Raditz even know where to go to find Kakarot?
I didn't even think about that, but 100%.
They literally just rewrote. They didn't just rewrite Goku. They rewrote Dragon Ball Z, the series. Because the whole thing starts because Raditz shows up. Why is Vegeta even coming to Earth?
Dragon Ball Super has rewritten a lot of stuff, including you turn Super Saiyan by focusing on a tingle in your spine.
Oh, God. Yep.
Yeah.
So Frieza was in charge of the galaxy when he was a fucking 10-year-old. Look forward to that spin-off series. I have a note here that King Vegeta thinks that Broly is so powerful he might destroy the universe, so they just send him away a little bit. One spaceship right away. Not too far that it would interrupt the plot of a movie, but far enough that you can't send a radio.
Yeah, they expected him to die on planet Vampa, but apparently he's a demon baby, so...
It's a better origin story than he was too strong as a baby to be stabbed. Let's see. Frieza destroys planet Vegeta, and like only Bardock tries to shoot that thing down. Like they had a literal planet of Saiyans. Few like even if like a few million of them knew how to shoot a laser, like they could probably shoot that thing back away. But if they just watch him, well, I guess he tried it. We'll just give up.
So they're essentially controlling Planet Vegeta. King Cold hands it over to Frieza, who's a very small child. I mean, he's small in general, which they joke about later on. We get a glimpse of the Ginyu Force, Zarbon, Dodoria, and obviously King Cold. But those are all characters from the Frieza saga, which I'm glad they rewrite a lot of things, but at least they remember some things. So he's in charge of the Saiyans. He's obviously a little bastard already. As you said, Frieza blows up the planet. There's a few Saiyans scattered around, including Vegeta. Apparently, Vegeta has a brother. I didn't know about this. Did you?
No, I don't think so.
So Vegeta has a brother. Obviously, Raditz, Goku's brother. Nappa was on this other planet with hair. So I think at some point, because I didn't think about this the first time I saw it, but maybe at some point we'll get Vegeta's brother as a villain, which would be pretty cool. Oh, so they send Broly away.
I am the true Prince of all Saiyans.
You were named after the planet, but I'm the Prince of the Saiyans. They exile Broly to planet Vampa. The dad goes in pursuit, and they are stranded there. Flash forward to what were the year situation? Maybe that's Saiyan years, because it wouldn't make sense for Saiyans to follow the Christian calendar anyways. What year is it, Saiyan from another planet? Oh, 2022. The year of our Lord 2022.
No. See, on all the planet, Jesus showed up simultaneously. So, like, it was a lot less surprising when Super Saiyan Jesus flew away.
That bright yellow beard was awesome. And Vegeta's scolding Goku because he, quote, decided to bring back that devil, you dumbass. Because it was Goku's idea to add Frieza to the team.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's such a big deal. Like, they're way stronger than him. Why doesn't, like, if they're worried about Frieza coming back and destroying the planet, which makes sense because he did destroy the planet. Why not just instant transmission to him, blow him up, and then instant transmission back? Because these guys are lazy and busy giggling about ramen noodles or whatever the fuck they do all day. Frieza is, like, literally, destroying the galaxy. Like he's rebuilding the Frieza Force, which is an army comprised entirely of dickbags.
Yeah,
and a really hot green chick.
Right. Beerus's girlfriend. They don't call him the Destroyer God for nothing.
I'm like, yeah, I'm watching the movie. I'm like, oh yes, this is the booty origin story.
Yeah.
And for people that have seen the movie, obviously we're talking about booty in by Japanese standards.
Yes.
In Wisconsin, that's not a booty at all. In Wisconsin, that's a 4-year-old girl.
So the Dragon Balls are stolen, 6 out of the 7. And they steal the Dragon Raider as well because Frieza wants them. Goku and Vegeta and Bulma all head to the location. Bulma reveals so this is where all this started with the whole cosmetic thing, because we see it in the superhero movie. Bulma wants to look 5 years younger because a decade would be too obvious. People would be asking her who her surgeon was. You haven't seen GT all the way through, but the final arc of GT is completely in reference to overuse of the Dragon Balls, because they crack and like each Dragon Ball produces an enemy, like a entity, whatever. This is exactly what they were talking about. So they're completely writing GT as well, because if they're like, fuck GT this much, we have no worry we're ever going to go down that road again. Let's just use the Dragon Balls for whatever the hell we want. GT sucked, A. B, having Bulma want to be 5 years younger. And because at this point she's like 50, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah. And Frieza wants to be 5 centimeters taller.
I mean, look, if I had access to Dragon Balls, I'd probably just be like eternally 27 years old.
Yeah, eternally have a 6-pack without like doing the work for it. Once it starts to like fade, you got to collect the Dragon Balls again. You get those like side abs going,
Yeah,
that are impossible to get. One thing I learned is that even aliens use the metric system. everyone except America. He wants to be 5 centimeters taller. Any more than 5 centimeters, and it'll be too noticeable. He wants it to look like he's still growing.
People who know how tall he is would be like, "Did you just grow like 2.5 inches, dude?"
Yeah.
Let's see, 1.9 inches. Yeah, so 2 inches. 2 inches is noticeable.
Yeah, it
That's what
is.
she said.
So, Green Girl and Orange Guy are searching for warriors. They're going on a recruiting trip, and they end up on planet Vampa, where Broly and his dad are still alive. Which I believe it said it was like 20-something years later, something 30-something years later. I don't remember. But the girl steals the shot collar. So Broly obviously is known for going out of control between him and his dad. The dad somehow fashions a shot collar on this like horrible poison planet. The girl steals the remote control for the shot collar, and we're going to call this foreshadowing. Broly has this weird story about how he had a friend on Vampa, which was this giant fuzzy cat dragon, which is his green like little cloak thing is his friend's ear, because the dad shot his ear off. So he wears it around his. That thing's got to smell pretty bad. I can't imagine he smells too good either.
Why are there still any mountains left on Earth? These guys been hanging around for 30 years at this point. Every day they go through like 60 mountains.
Yep, Broly gets punched through one. Like he gets punched through a cluster of mountains.
He gets he they destroy all of Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, why does Vegeta turn green? What form is that?
Vegeta does?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Upon further research, it looks like because so Broly is green anytime he goes rage, which is in reference to the legendary Super Saiyan, which Broly is. But the green, so he was green for a brief moment before he went into regular Super Saiyan. So apparently,
I don't remember how long it was, but
it's in reference to Vegeta may actually be the legendary Super Saiyan from what I'm researching from this, which is pretty cool because Vegeta's always wanted to be, that. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. And another thing during the transformation when Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a brief flash when he's Ultra Instinct.
I thought I was looking forward to like the whole thing of like, you can't hit me, but you're too strong for me to like beat you. But instead they just stopped doing that, and then they did something much less interesting.
Yeah, because at this point, the Tournament of Power has just ended, and Goku is able to go Ultra Instinct, but he hasn't mastered it yet. The entire, so from the manga that I've been reading ahead, the entire thing is him trying to master that. That's why they didn't have him go back into it right away. Which, I mean, makes sense storyline wise, but in terms of entertainment value, I would have much preferred like Broly's just going crazier and crazier because he just can't hit the guy. Kind of like what he was doing with Whis.
Yeah, I mean, they could write that off by just saying, I'm not perfect Ultra Instinct, but Broly is so angry and easy to read that I can do it against him, but probably not anyone else. Or like Vegeta could say that while he's watching them fight. And then I feel like it would be a much more interesting fight than the first half of the movie is pretty good. Like Dragon Ball movies are always a little suspect. But like I thought the first half of it was pretty good. But then it gets, I don't know, none of the fighting is bad, but it kind of gets monotonous and meaningless.
Goku and Vegeta are toying. Well, Vegeta especially is toying with him in the beginning because he's fighting him at base. Broly's at base. Then Vegeta goes Super Saiyan and Broly's still hanging. And then he keeps increasing his like power and his skill as it goes along. Vegeta goes up to the red Super Saiyan God mode and Broly's still hanging in because obviously every time he increases, Vegeta gets the upper hand briefly. Then Broly takes over. And they explain this away by saying that even though he's lost his tail, Broly is able to channel the Arazu, that giant monkey, even though he's in his regular form. That's how they explain why he's like this rage monster, even though he's in base.
Okay, because I was worrying about that because I was like, isn't the monkey like weaker than the Super Saiyan base thing? It can't be that powerful. I mean, Yanjibora cuts the tail off the monkey with a regular sword.
Yeah, Yanjiboring.
But after Vegeta goes full ginger, Goku then jumps in and fights with Broly in like super form. and he goes toe to toe with him. Does that mean Goku's super form is stronger than Vegeta's ginger form?
His like regular Saiyan form.
Yeah, yellow, because it's like what is it? It's yellow, blue,
Yellow, red, blue.
yellow, red, blue. Okay.
Yeah.
So Goku's yellow form is as strong as Vegeta's red form.
Right, which makes no sense. He should have jumped in. Maybe if he jumped in as yellow, kind of cocky and gets like punched hard, then he increases. But that doesn't make any sense because seemingly they're the same power level because that's one of the requirements of the fusion dance they do later. Because if you notice, Piccolo and Goku do the fusion dance, but they don't fuse.
Yeah, my thing with this Dragon Ball Z series or Dragon Ball series is always that they just don't do right by Piccolo and Vegeta.
Damn right.
And
that's why I had such a fondness for that Dragon Ball superhero movie because Piccolo was actually cool. I know it didn't last
yeah,
a while, but it was still cool to see him.
yeah, I hope they do more with like that form. I hope like they say, people like this Piccolo being slightly relevant. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, Frieza sees that Goku Blue is getting the better of Broly, so Frieza kills. He has a flashback to when Frieza killed Krillin, and he's like, "Ooh, I have a delightful idea," and zaps the dad and kills him. So Broly goes Omega fucking Super Saiyan. I'll tell you right now, the visuals of this fight scene in the theaters was incredible.
I didn't get to see it in theaters.
Goku and Vegeta do a 2v1.
Yeah, my note for the Frieza thing is Frieza's acting level porn. The fight also, it goes in and out of CGI a lot, but the CGI isn't terrible. But I really like the animation style for Dragon Ball, and I don't like the video game style. It's good for video games, but I don't like it for like watching a movie. What are you gonna do? Gonna complain on your podcast? That's what you're gonna do.
That's right. So Goku and Vegeta shift aggro onto Frieza. They kind of drag him over and.
Which was funny. That's the only funny part in the movie, but it was pretty funny. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck you, Frieza.
And Broly just starts beating the piss out of Frieza. Do you know how long he was beating the piss out of Frieza?
Long enough for Vegeta to learn the to learn the fusion dance.
Yeah, so they teleport to Piccolo, who first they have to convince Vegeta to do the fusion dance. This is a pretty funny moment where he's like, I would rather die than do that dance where only two people can see me do it. They're going to do the fusion dance, and they fail twice because you have to get it perfectly in order to successfully do that properly. So you get fat Gogeta and then skinny Gogeta. 30 minutes between each fail. So
and Vegeta's not practicing in there. Like he's sitting there as like a chubby dude. They can't like right. maybe they were practicing with like Piccolo then, and then like they got out and Vegeta remember some of the.
Could be. That's 30 minutes it takes for them to separate again. So that means for a bare minimum of 60 minutes, Broly was beating the shit out of Frieza.
He's a durable dude.
Yeah. I love how he goes, I'm Frieza. He's doing his arrogant bullshit, and Broly just starts fucking wailing on him. It's disgustingly hilarious. Whis takes aggro briefly. And as we said earlier, Broly can't touch him. What did you think about the Gogeta versus Broly? Like how reality starts to crack because it's like going so crazy.
I just thought it was more of the same. I was kind of checked out at that point, honestly.
Interesting. When we did Dragon Ball Super, you said you wanted Goku and Vegeta to be in the thing, and you're checked out at this point.
Okay.
This was fucking awesome.
I mean, I just thought it was I thought the fight was a big mess, honestly. I didn't really follow anything. Nothing seemed to have any impact. It was, when Piccolo fights Android 17 on the island, and they're just like punching each other in the stomach for like 2 minutes. That's what the whole thing felt like to me.
Yeah, so there's just watch it. I mean, if you haven't seen it, just go see it. Nothing we could say here will spoil it because you could probably guess what was going to happen like in the end, but because it's Dragon Ball.
No, Dan. I think in this one, Goku and Vegeta are going to die for good.
So, SS Blue Gogeta versus Broly, like reality starts to shatter. There's just crazy shit happening left and right. The green girl steals the Dragon Balls from Frieza's henchman. She summons the dragon to teleport Broly away before the final bang Kamehameha will obliterate him. And they go back to Vampa to live with Broly, and Goku brings one of those little capsules that turns into a little house for him. So they want to the movie ends on such a cheesy line. It's like, my name's Goku, but Broly, you can call me Kakarot. And it's like, stupid.
And so is there anything between this movie and when they're training with Beerus?
No. So there's, I mean, nothing that we see on screen, but probably just a few training sessions between, Goku and Broly, because he seems pretty comfortable with them on Beerus's planet, but nothing in terms of any episodes or any movies. Got some numbers and some ratings.
Why'd they only get one wish?
Wait a second. In the Dragon Ball superhero movie, Dende has to pour like some holy water on the little dragon to give him an extra wish. So, But it used to be 3, didn't it?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Maybe it was 3 when Kami was the king there, the floaty sky king or whatever.
No, they got like 3 wishes when Dende became Kami.
I have no idea why it's 1 now, but they had to make it a special thing during Dragon Ball Super for him to get the extra wish, even though he didn't use it. So we went through all this liquid bullshit so that Bulma could get her ass tightened or something. I can't remember. Whatever. What was it? Oh, she wanted a college age ass or something like that. Dragon Ball Super Broly. Domestic box office 30 million. International box office 92 million for a total of 122 million. 747, 755 worldwide. Wow.
That's a whole lot of Broly.
Production budget of only 8.5 million. So it made 14 plus times its budget.
Okay. They have enough money. They don't need to do that CGI stuff. Listen here, you fuckers. You made like $129 million on that fucking movie.
Yep.
I want the rest of that stuff fucking hand drawn.
Yeah, like this shit looked way better than the new movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just to be clear, this movie's a lot better than the other one.
All right, so what are you gonna give it?
I don't know. What did I give the other one? Probably like a 6.
I have no idea.
I'll give it.
Let me check really quick.
6. I don't know. Oh, do you write them down?
No, I was just gonna pull up the episode and like go to the end.
Oh, that seems like a lot of work. We're gonna pretend I said 5.5 and give this one a 6.
Jesus Christ. You gave it a 4.
Okay, so I'll give it a 5 then.
Wow. This one, I don't have any complaints about it, except for the rewriting situation we talked about earlier. Now that you brought that to my attention, it really annoys me. The whole Goku's origin story. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I love this movie. The story leading up to it, and then the fight scene was like 30 minutes of just badassery. IMDb, what do you got for us? 28,000 plus ratings for a 7.8 out of 10.
Sure. Yeah.
What did you give it, a 5?
Yeah.
Plus 8.5. Yeah, 6.75 is our combined rating. Jesus, my math. Can't math. All right. So I think that's going to do it for us. So next episode, we're going to do Housing Complex C. We have Amsterdam, which is currently in theaters. Go see that. And we have Halloween Kills, which will be in theaters as of Friday. Oh boy, I am not looking forward to Halloween. No, it's called Halloween Ends. That's the new one. I'm not looking forward to that. The trailer gives away like 3 or 4 like good kills. It even shows the bodies after the people have been killed. It's really weird. Like, I mean, we could bitch about trailers for hours. We could probably do like a whole special about bitching about trailers, but the trailer gives away her unmasking him. There's another part of the trailer where you think that she's going to get her hand shoved into a garbage disposal, but they show her pull it out. Like if you ended the trailer as her hand is, obviously you know it's not going to happen, but the suspense of it, because everyone fears, dropping something in the garbage disposal and it turning on when you reach for it. Everyone has had that thought, right? Just the cringy fear of her. Stop revealing everything in the trailer, for God's sake. Next time on Trailer Men Online. That's a spinoff we need to make. We'll just roast trailers. Or we take a trailer and we predict exactly the movie based on how much the trailer is revealed. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe we'll try that at some point. But
Okay.
I'm rambling. I'm done. You got anything else? All right, so we will catch you guys next time with Halloween Ends, Housing
Bye.
Complex C,
I already said goodbye.
and what's the other one? Amsterdam. Bye.